The air in the grand ballroom of the Boston Harbor Hotel hung thick with the scent of champagne and old money. The kind that whispers secrets across crystal glasses. I stood there, Emily Harper, in my simple black gown, feeling the weight of 300 eyes that didn't quite see me. My mother, Victoria, raised her flute high, her pearls catching the chandelier light like tiny accusations. "To my daughter," she announced, her voice smooth as polished marble, "who keeps things spotless as our family janitor." The laughter erupted, sharp and rehearsed, rippling through the crowd of donors and dignitaries. My sister Olivia smirked from her seat at the head table, her diamond earrings glinting like approval. My father, Richard, stared at his plate, fork frozen midair, as if the salmon could swallow his silence. But none of them saw it coming when the mayor rose, saluted crisply, and said, "Madam Secretary." That moment should have been the pinnacle of humiliation. But it wasn't. The real knife twist was realizing this erasure wasn't a slip, it was a calculated burial. Years in the plotting. My name scrubbed from programs. My achievements claimed by others. My story rewritten in their voices. And the question that haunted me, what do you do when the family that raised you is the first to dig your grave? Do you still show up? Back in my DC apartment, the jet lag from Geneva clung to me like a second skin. The dry autumn air crackling with that unmistakable American crispness that screamed home without warmth. I kicked off my heels, dropped my carry-on by the door, and sifted through the mail pile: bills, charity pleas, slick condo brochures. One envelope stood out, heavy cream stock, embossed edges, addressed simply as guest of Victoria Harper. No handwriting, no personal touch. I held it, turning it over, my diplomat's instincts flaring. This wasn't an invitation, it was a chess move. Victoria didn't send notes, she sent summons. I slid it open carefully, as if it might explode. Inside, the Harper family cordially invites you to the Boston Spring Charity Gala. Saturday, April 15th. No, dear Emily, no, we miss you. Just that impersonal gold script, reducing me to an afterthought. I set it on the counter, poured a glass of tap water, and let the quiet hum of the fridge fill the void. Even now, after Senate confirmations, cabinet meetings, and more nights in conflict zones than I could count, I was still the accessory they dusted off for appearances. Not family. Prop. A bitter laugh escaped me, not funny, just inevitable. If they wanted a show, I'd check the script first. I fired up my laptop, navigated to the Gala's website, glossy, overdesigned, like Olivia's LinkedIn profile on steroids. Under sponsors, there it was, E. Harper. Silver tier. Tiny font. No title. Right below, bold and brazen, Olivia Harper. Platinum host. Visionary philanthropist. Not a typo. A declaration. I stared until the screen blurred, my mind unraveling threads of the past, the cropped family Christmas card where my face vanished, the toast at Olivia's MBA graduation where my anonymous tuition payment went unmentioned, the way Victoria's eyes glazed over when asked, "What does your other daughter do?" Absence screams louder than words sometimes, and this felt like a polite stay away. I pushed back from the desk, crossed to the rarely opened drawer in my nightstand. Inside, a sealed letter, postmarked Boston. 5 years old, Richard's handwriting, sent just before his heart surgery. He never woke up. It felt heavier than paper should, like it carried unsaid regrets. I laid it beside the invitation. 2 relics of invisibility, one from the dead, one from the living who pretended I wasn't. I didn't RSVP. Not yet. Instead, I gazed out at the Potomac, the city I'd fought for calling me secretary, while my blood called me nothing. If they wouldn't see me, I'd make them witness. I arrived at the hotel just shy of 7. Valet oblivious to who I was, not that my understated dress screamed cabinet member. No flashy jewels. No head-turning flair. I came to be undeniable. Not dazzling. The ballroom pulsed with Boston's elite, shimmering chandeliers. Walnut floors echoing soft heels. The aroma of citrus polish mingling with inherited wealth. I approached the seating chart like a ghost at her own funeral. Names swirled in elegant script. Dr. Ellis. Senator Klein. The Honorable Olivia Harper. Skin after scan, nothing. Then, at the bottom, crammed by the staff notes, J. Doe. Janitor. Table 18. My initials mangled. My existence a punchline. Table 18. Folding chairs by the kitchen swing doors. Tablecloth too short. One leg shimmed with a napkin. They couldn't delete me, so they diminished me. I weaved through the crowd. Passing Victoria, hair impeccable. Pearls eternal. That press conference smile. She didn't glance. Message received. At the table. A beige place card weighted everyone else's ivory. Janitorial staff. No honorific. No surname. No reality. Across the room. Titles sparkled: CEO. Judge. Philanthropist. I was their joke on paper. Humiliation isn't accidental, its intent veiled as oversight. I eased into the wobbly chair. Spine straight, I'd endured worse in negotiation rooms. A server approached. Plate in hand, rubbery chicken. Limp veggies. Instant mash. Sorry. Ma'am, he murmured. This was tagged for back of house. His eyes darted. Apologetic. I waved it off. Fitting, I said flatly. He backed away. Confused. I forked a bite, tasteless. Expected. Laughter floated from afar. Glances my way. Smirks exchanged. Eyes slid over me like scenery. But I held steady. I'd faced ambassadors who tried harder to erase me. I pulled out my leather notebook. The one tucked in my bag for crises. Jotted a line, they seat me by the exit. Forget I negotiate escapes. I wrote on, letting the orchestra swell. The wine pour elsewhere. Olivia glow in her spotlight. For now. Then I spotted her Olivia. At the prime table. Politicians fawning. Flute raised in my direction. Not a welcome. A taunt. She held it there. Eyes locking mine. Until the dimness signaled the program. Lights faded as plates cleared. I nursed my half-glass at the fringe table. The MC tapped the mic. Enjoy this tribute to the Harper legacy. Soft strings played. The screen glowed. Innocent at first, Victoria and Richard Young. Dancing on Nantucket, Olivia in braids at a spelling bee. My brother Zach tossing a baseball in our manicured yard. I waited for my flicker. Photos rolled. Holidays. Vacations, I'd been there. Bought the gifts. Snapped the shots. But not in frame. One image grazed me, Olivia's graduation. My arm cropped in. Holding her robe. My legacy, a phantom limb. I set my glass down. Composure ironclad. Editing erases without effort. A tap on my shoulder. Emily? A man. Mid-40s. Receding hairline. Tailored suit. I'm Mark. Olivia's college buddy. We met ages ago, you were back from some overseas gig. Neutral smile from me. Possible. He grinned. Patronizing. She said you did custodial work abroad. Right? Kosovo or something. Real grounded stuff. We need that humility. I tilted my head. Sure. He nodded. Satisfied. And sauntered off. Not just cropped, captioned wrong. I stepped onto the terrace. Cool air slicing the Gala's haze. Cars idled below. Valets crisp. Applause erupted inside, probably for dessert. A memory clawed up, age 12. I'd sent a postcard from my self-funded Europe trip. Note on back. First Eiffel Tower view. No reply. Months later. Fridge magnet. Same photo. My words whited out. Olivia's name sharpened in. Deletion isn't forgetting, it's deliberate. I lingered until my resolve hardened, not sad. Finished. Back inside. I strode to my seat. Notebook out. If they craved invisibility, I'd let the ghosts narrate. I lifted my glass solo. Sipped, not bitter. Strategic. Applause swelled as the MC gushed. Thanks to our platinum benefactor for her $100,000 gift to the International Education Fund, Olivia Harper. She rose. Bashful wave. Crowd adoring. Her vision will change lives overseas. The check was mine, anonymous. For the cause. Not credit. But they knew. The audacity wasn't the theft, it was the ease. I snatched the program brochure. Platinum, Olivia Harper. Education pioneer. Silver, vacant. My name? Vapor. Pioneer, I whispered. She stole my path. Stamped her footprint. A board member in crimson approached Olivia. We're so grateful, you're a leader for women. Olivia blushed on cue, just felt called. I slammed my glass, sharp echo. You know whose signature that was, I said. Voice low but piercing. She didn't flinch. Prove it, she hissed. Casual venom. The board member faltered. Olivia pivoted seamlessly. Silence hadn't dignified me, it made me erasable. Phone out. Bank app, check image. My scrawl. Memo for the fund. No aliases. They wanted spectacle? I'd deliver truth. Not tantrum. The MC beamed. Words from the heart. Victoria Harper. Chairs turned. She rose. Glass poised. What a legacy. Her eyes hit mine. And my youngest? She's aces at tidying up, just a janitor. But reliable. Laughter crashed. Bolder now. That explains the quiet mop-up, someone quipped. Renewed chuckles. Olivia giggled. Clinked glasses. Richard averted eyes, not laughing. Not intervening. The room spun. Not from tears. From the brand searing in, public. Intentional. Victoria held my gaze. Daring objection. I gripped my glass. Sipped like plotting. In my clutch, donation confirmation. State Department stamped. Not unfolded yet. Laughter ebbed. Mic to Olivia. She glowed. Half wave. A waiter presented an envelope on tray, state seal. My letter of thanks. Sidelined. Auctioneer. Vintage emerald necklace. Heirloom from Olivia Harper. Bidding starts at. I stood. That was Grandma Lydia's. You never knew her. Olivia pivoted. Found it in storage. Suited me better. Nervous titters. I advanced. Steady. Room shifting. Grabbed the envelope. Broke seal. The department thanks Honorable Emily Harper, Secretary of State, for her sole donation enabling this event. Silence snapped. No interruptions. Co-sponsored by State. Via Secretary Harper's support. Olivia paled. Victoria aged in her seat. One clap. Then more. I don't need spotlight, I said. Just accuracy. I retreated, paths cleared. Eyes followed, embarrassed. Respectful. Applause lingered. Olivia recovered. Mic in hand. Honored by this family. Pause. Glance my way. Even with staff help tonight, Emily's great at cleanups. Emotional or otherwise. Laughter surged. Alliances signaled. The MC. We planned Emily's remarks. But time short. Olivia's smile sharpened. I folded hands, my quiet thundered. A server stumbled nearby. Wine droplets near me. Olivia swooped. Here. She can handle it. Got the touch. Soft words. Sharp cut. Not clever, I countered. Cowardly in Chanel. She laughed brittle. Some chuckled. Others frowned. Shift brewing. I marked the time, smug scripts fracturing. Then Mayor Elias Grant rose. Suit sharp. Expression precise. Pace unhurried. Room stilling. At my table, Madam Secretary. Gasps. Clatters. This woman has brokered peace. Rebuilt nations respect her. Standing ovation grew. Hesitant to firm. Victoria sat rigid. No clap. I nodded. Truth arrived. MC. Rattled. Letter from State. Read. Gratitude to Secretary Emily Harper. Sole donor for the fund anchoring tonight. Syllables landed heavy. No Harper family, just me. Screenlit. Harper Legacy video, my deployments. Speeches. Narrated as Olivia Harper. Diplomat extraordinaire. Murmurs. That's her, the secretary? I approached the booth. Phone out. Original with my voice. Not mislabel. Replaced. Placed original docs beside fakes. My signatures versus forgeries. Murmurs swelled to names mine. Full. MC. Recognition stands. Familial or not. A waiter approached. You spoke at Andrew's base about silence. Saluted. Thank you. Dominoes tumbled. Board members cornered Olivia. Correction needed or scandal. Her glass trembled. Brand crumbling. Victoria stood. Approached docs. Hand hovering untouched. Eyes met mine. She sought control. I gave void. She nodded faint. Room witnessed. I exited. Heels purposeful. Silence waited. Flashbulb popped photo viral soon. No flinch. Outside. Air freed me. Dropped name tag in trash. Guest of Victoria. Footsteps. Emily. Richard. Call her up. Should have spoken. I faced him. I know. Didn't lose you, just stood still. Eyes welled, no excuses. Enough. To valet, trunk open. Stowed evidence envelope. No more burden. Phone buzzed. Voicemail from Washington Post. Saw the clip, powerful. Feature on women who lead despite erasure? Ready to be seen? Played twice. Savoring. Studio lights stripped illusions. Journalist Elise Kane opposite. No scripts. Basics first, career. Policies. Then, why now? Silence nobly turns complicit. Final, to your family? Camera direct, can't erase a story you never authored. Airlines sparked fire, comments flooded, you voiced our lives, no more shadows. Scholarship launched in my name. Boston retracted Olivia's credits. Mayor's note, lost more than a daughter, history. I framed the check, truth needs no title. Declined promotion, mentored overlooked diplomats, resilient girls carrying regret. Kitchen table. Coffee cooling. Phone. Nominee. Secretary Emily Harper. Lifetime civic honor. Smiled for me. If you've been erased by blood. What's your word?